and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lori. Listen, I want to give you a breathing exercise. I have a few that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in the new year, because you know mindfulness is like my jam. So I want to give you a lot of like actionable items. I've tried to do that with all of my content. But baby, remember, it's only as good as you are, and it's going to be consistent. So anything I'm telling you is not a one-off. Like, you can't just do it one time and be like, oh my God, it's a miracle. Like, that's not a thing. So with any of my breathing exercises, and this is what I hear a lot when people go, oh my God, I tried them. They like don't work. Of course not, because you're doing it with an expectation. I'm going to be doing a podcast on detaching from the outcome, right? Because the problem is you're too attached to the end goal. I want to go to the gym to lose weight. Why? No, you go to the gym to feel better for your body. Weight loss is secondary. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, well, fine. I'm going to do my 5 journals, so I don't got to be stressed anymore. No, you do your 5 journals so you can start processing your stuff from the past. Like, stop looking at it down the road. And that does pertain to driving. That too. I'm sitting in the car as a driving, with breathing exercises as well. So I want to give you one of my grounding exercises that I like to do. And it's a good way to start your day while you're doing your journals. You can do it before your journals. You can do it when you're meditating. You can do it in the shower. Like, you don't have to just like go sit somewhere, but it's good because the beautiful thing about your prana, like where your breath is, your energy, it carries with you all the time. Like, it's a tool that you carry with you every single place you go, right? You can do it at any given time. But this one is going to incorporate an Ujjayi breathing. Now, you're familiar with this if you've done yoga, if you do mindful exercises, if you're into grounding, you'll already know what Ujjayi breathing is. But if you don't know what Ujjayi breathing is, I want you to think of it as like Darth Vader. You're like, that's odd, right? But it is true. So it's going to be like this. Well, it doesn't always have to be out. Like you can do it like but I want you to hear it. So it's going to be like right? So you would breathe in, but you can keep your mouth closed if you want. I like to open my mouth because I like to really do that. It's another thing with like the Om breath, which I'll do in a whole different video for you. But it's so if you do it with your mouth closed, it's going to look like this. You don't have to growl, but okay. So that's the part of the Ujjayi breathing. So I want to kind of give you the reason why breathing is such a magical pill, like magical pill, magical solution, magical everything. So when you're stressed, right? That's why when you wake up, you start doing these breathing exercises, I have several different ones I'll show you throughout the time, but it's amazing because think about this. When you're sleeping or attempting to sleep, right? Everything goes into slow. You're breathing slow. You're not taking deep breath. You can't because your body's in restoration mode, right? That's just how that works, right? Your body is restoring itself. So you want to wake your body up, right? You can't just be like, well, I wake up stressed. Okay, well, that's because you're not processing your journals. Like, I'm going to tell you what that is. It's your anxiety. If you're not doing the 5 journals, I don't want to hear, why am I stressed? It's on you. I'm giving you an actual tool that is effective when you're consistent. You don't do the 5 journals one day and be like, okay, it didn't work. No, you got to be consistent with it. So go back to the 5 journal series right here on YouTube. Go to a playlist, go to 5 journal series, watch every video. It's about 50 minutes. If you do that's like 10-minute videos, it's going to be really helpful for you. But as with everything else, this has to be consistent. This has to be incorporated as part of your practice. Don't tell me you don't have time. You're breathing. You can do it on the way to work. I prefer you do it before you like get your day started, but you can do it anywhere. Multiple times I'll do it. If you find yourself getting irritated, find yourself getting stressed, there's other ones that I'll help you with, but this is a really good grounder. You ever hear people say, I feel like I'm not grounded? That's because you're up flighty. You're up in your head and stuff like that. So I want you to do a minimum of 5, okay? But don't rush it. I don't need you hyperventilating. That's not going to serve a purpose, right? And we're going to do it together, all right? So I want to demonstrate, so you can do this while you're watching, but then I want you to incorporate it in your daily practice. And by the way, you can do this as often as you want. It's not like, how many times should I do it? All damn day if you want to. Like, it's fine, right? So, but I want to give you the reason I want it to be part of your practice is what you're doing is you're priming your body. You're telling your brain, oh, when I do this, I'm showing myself how much I love myself. I'm giving myself grounding. You're teaching your body how to respond to the breathing exercises. That's not going to be done overnight. Remember, 28 days makes a habit, but 120 days makes it a way of life. So that means 120 days of doing, that doesn't mean you won't see the benefit before, but your body will then know what to do. So then if you do get stressed and you start doing it, you're not doing it out of desperation. You're not doing it with some weird expectation of making the stress go away. Like none of that is happening. So your body goes, oh, we're doing that thing. Okay, I guess we're supposed to calm down. And you're not just going to fix everything. It's not just going to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess now I'm supposed to not be stressed. No, you're going to have to give yourself time. But over a period of time, you'll find that it does it less and less, right? So again, minimum of 5. But for this demonstration, we're going to do 5 together. So here's what I want you to do. I don't care where you are. I don't care where you're watching. Just get yourself comfy, right? Just get yourself comfy. Now, I'm going to show you how I want you to breathe, and then we'll do it together. Okay, so what I'm going to want you to do is I want you to go really slow. Okay, don't do it yet. Just pump your brakes. I know you're over there going, slow down, calm down. Okay, so I want you to breathe in, and you're going to do it to a count of 4, but I want it to crescendo where you can't really take any more breath. So you're going to take a deep breath into 4, but like, I'll show you when I do it because I'm going to demonstrate and then we'll do it together. Okay, so then, okay, for 4. Now, I want you to exhale in that Ujjayi Darth Vader breath for 8, but I want you to get every bit of the oxygen out of your lungs. So let me demonstrate. Do not do this with me yet because I want you to see it. So I'm going to inhale on a count of 4. I'm going to exhale to a count of 8. I'm going to open my mouth to breathe so you can see it, but you don't have to. I prefer to do it that way, even in yoga. But yes, so it's going to look like this. Like that. See? So we're going to inhale at 4 and then all the way to the top. And then we're going to exhale at 8. So let's do 5 of those together. You guys ready? You can do this. And then I want you to incorporate it. Okay, ready? We're going to do this on the count of 3. Get yourself ready. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's 5. You can do that all day. If you caught yourself going, oh my God, I'm running out of breath, you're trying to rush it too quick. This also trains your brain to be mindful, to stay present. Because sometimes, especially when you first start it, you're like, oh my God, I don't have enough oxygen to go for 8. That's because your body doesn't know what it's doing yet, right? And you're trying to rush it. So this also keeps you pumping your brakes a little bit. So you have an opportunity to build. So the breathing in is a lot easier than the breathing out, believe it or not. So do you see how even with the breath, this is amazing when you're in your head, because number one, you're focusing on something. So when you're doing that Ujjayi, it's almost like a white noise and it's bringing you back to base. It also helps with your vagus nerve, believe it or not. So that's the whole reason why Ujjayi breathing is a thing. It's very similar to Om, which I will show you later. I don't want to like muddy the water here, but with an Om, it's where you're going to go, oh. And there's a whole thing, and it's how it goes within your vagus nerves. It's a whole thing learned when I was starting my practice in Buddhism, when I was starting to learn all of my mindfulness. So, and I'm telling you, these are things that are free to you. This does not mean don't use your medicine. This does not mean don't do your journals. This is another building block on that journey, right? So come back to this video often, even if you need it, right? So I'm going to leave this with you in case you're like, wait, what? So I'm going to do 1. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to count you in. So if you need to, you can come back at the like 9-minute and 50-second mark to this video and do it. So I'm going to have you do just 1. Okay. I'm going to count you in. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Then I want you to go. I'm going to count you in and I'm going to count you out just so you can kind of have a cadence of how I want you to count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you have the cadence. Now you can incorporate to yourself. So that's my little gift, my New Year's gift to you guys. Carry that with you everywhere. I promise you more of that will be coming. I love you guys. Have an amazing day.